Jumping into the game, in the top right corner of Overgrowth, tied 1-1, Androide, Terran player.
And in the bottom left corner of Overgrowth, conveniently also tied 1-1. It is playing for Altijd Raak met Sjaak, Blubneus, who is actually also called SintoxMiauw on Binary Beasts on the brackets. I don't know what name he prefers, but if he wins, we may be able to find out in the Skype interview afterwards.
Blubneus, yes. Old school guy, for me at least. He has been playing in the NSSL as well. Like we discussed earlier, Gideon, we probably casted some games with him before, because boy did we do a lot of work casting games from the NSSL.
There were many games, yeah.
We casted every single one of them, right?
Yep. Yeah, most of them for replays. You would just send me a batch again and I would spend a few hours casting for replays. At the end I would have completely lost my voice, but just mail everything back and ask for more, because keep on the suffering or something like that.
Cool, we see Android again with his no Protoss decal there. Let's zoom in on that.
Let's see if it will do him any good this game, or if the Protoss reaction to it will be a bit too fierce. So Android is currently the last remaining Terran hope in this qualifier. So far, no Terrans have qualified yet for the DSCL Bootcamp. Of course, we have a Zerg and a Protoss coach with Yona and Grubby, but they know plenty about Terran and just gaming in general, so that they can also help Terran players. And I think it would be nice to have well-balanced racial distribution between the participants. So I don't want to be too biased, but I would prefer Terran to move on either today or on Wednesday.
Yep.
Maybe both.
I agree, it would be nice to have a Terran player there. At least one. Let's see if there's going to be any crew members there that play Terrans. I'm not sure either. Might be a very Terranless. Of course, we are all Terran, like biologically.
The race we actually are, yes.
What do you mean no Terrans there? We're all going to be Terran. Right.
We see that the natural expansion is coming up for Androids, and not quite yet for Blubneus, but I expect to see it pretty soon.
I was just gonna say, it's funny that there's no supply depot or engineering bay being dropped between the Nexus and the gas, but then I remembered this is not IsnoBest playing.
No.
Alright. Android playing it safe, throwing down a bunker, of course, to protect this very early expansion that he went for. And yeah, there's a Zealot coming up, so there's reason to defend. Will he have something to put in his... No, he's supply blocked actually. He will get unsupplyable as soon as his command center finishes. But that's gonna be a while. Oh, there we go. Supply block already done. Marine, can he make it inside? Yes, he makes it inside the bunker. But these units don't care.
Blubneus is just walking past.
Right. Whatever.
I don't need you to fight your bunker. I'll just fight your SCV.
What's up, brah? Alright, next Marine pops out. One actually gets shot in the face by the Stalker and the Zealot. Second one might also fall if he's not... Nope.
The Zealot should be going down, but the Stalker is still there. It's going to get another Marine. Yes, it's actually getting this SCV. Oh, the Marines are popping down on the low ground. That's interesting. Together with the Marine from the bunker, they are going to pressure the Stalker.
Dies again.
Is the Stalker going to get out? Yeah, I think it is. If he jumps to the bunker, he immediately has some extra range, but no, the Stalker is going out with 2 hit points.
Barely
Very
out.
nice jiggling back and forth. I think, Blubneus got a lot of value for his money there, especially since Android moved another SCVs to build his command center, but he moved it just next to it, and only now clicks the command center to build it.
Yep, Blubneus will be happy to see that in the replay if he watches it afterwards. He now also scouts the 4 Marines popping out. I'm not sure if he can really use this Stalker to poke away at them, because the Stalker is very low health, as we've seen. There's some shields there, but no, these Marines... Oh my god, Stalker, what are you doing?
They're going for the Stalker. Yeah, they're going to get it. No? Yes.
Yeah, alright.
Okay. And if the Marines pop 4... Oh no, 3 Stalkers have just warped in. Blubneus is absolutely safe, and Android knows this. He's pulling back his Marines, and he's going to focus on building up at his home base. He's actually getting a 3rd command center, and not just getting it, it's just completing right now. So he's in it for a long game.
Good call. He built it all the way inside his main base, and I think for the moment this is going to be just for extra SCV production or extra mulage, not so much to take.
He immediately rallied it to the natural once it completed. He's upgrading it now. There's a little push coming out from Blubneus. It's currently 3 stalkers, an observer is flying there to scout, and a probe is making a pylon. Right. In the meantime, there's a group of marines going out onto the map, so this could be a little bit awkward.
Yeah. Are the marines going to pull back when they see the stalkers, or...
Mr. Turret coming up, it's going to not get the observer. Just barely. The bunker is getting filled up, but again, Blubneus can just walk past if he wants.
Yeah, and he does.
2 SCVs, 3, and now he's just behind the natural command center, and he can walk up the ramp, and... Okay, the gate is being closed. In the meantime, the marines for Android are going into the natural of his opponent, but there's photon overcharge, of course, so they have to pull
overcharge. Goddamn Protoss! Oh, and he gets the mine before it can burrow. These stalkers can do a lot of damage.
Stalkers are in the main, and they're just killing off SCVs that are building. The starport doesn't complete. Some SCVs giving chase, but they're going to get taken out.
Oh man!
There's only 4 marines here. You can just take that head on if he wants.
So annoying for the Terran to deal with. He pulls lots of his SCVs, loses a lot of mining time. Many SCVs go down as well.
He's going to clean it up, and in the meantime, his marines at the front of his opponent are just waiting out the photon overcharge. But there's 3 stalkers there, together with some probe pools and a mothership core. I think that attack should be thwarted as well if he pushes it out. Also, the Immortal coming out there now. Marines are pushing in, but I don't see this doing anything. 1 stalker goes barely down, and now the Marines are just getting taken out.
Yeah, it's a slaughter fest for the Marines. I think Android is in a very bad position.
Yeah, if you look at the work account, it's 43 probes against 27 SCVs. So that's just a rough position to come back from. But he does have this 3rd orbital being ready. It has enough energy for 2.5 mules. So he can boost his economy quite a bit, but he's looking at a big deficit.
There's 7 stalkers and an Immortal walking into his front, and I'm not sure if he can stop it, not even with the Widow Mine, even if he gets the best shot possible, even if both of them get the best shot possible. Just these couple of Marines.
Observer here, and they can just the stalkers can just pick off the Widow Mines unless he gets rid of this Observer. And he does. Did see the blur when he walked around and tosses to a scan. Additional pylons coming up for Blubneus. He really wants to make a big push because he has lots of support pylons to reinforce from. And a tank coming out of Android. This is somewhat unusual, but considering the defensive posture that he has to take, it's actually a nice idea. It will do a nice splash damage, especially against the stalkers.
Is he going to be on time though? I'm not sure.
Depends on how long Blubneus is going to wait. He gets another Zealot warp, and he forces a single Zealot to defuse one of the mines. The stalker from the right will get the other. Yep, and the sentry also goes down. But here comes the main push.
Alright, tank finishes now, gets sieged up, but the front defense has been ravished with the Colossus and the Immortal there. Immortal not taking some of the tank shots is very good. Oh, no, wait, those were the Zealots. I think it's going to be hard for for Blubneus to walk up this ramp, but anything that's below the ramp is definitely going to get demolished by this tank. Second tank also
is out now. The first tank actually is a force field on it, preventing it from being repaired, or has it been destroyed? No,
I think it's gone already.
Underneath the force field. Looks a bit strange. The natural had to be evacuated. The orbital command is flying out, and the game is shifting more and more into the favor of the Protoss player. It's 90 supply against 47, work count 43 against 26. So yeah, there is this 3rd orbital, but with only 1 place to mine from. Android is going to see if he can get the base a little bit to the south, a bit hidden. Get some more income from there. He does have a single Viking that can take a few shots at the Colossus, but there's so many stalkers that it doesn't really do that much.
No, I'm afraid that our hopes for getting a Terran in the finals today are evaporating pretty quickly now.
The 3rd tank coming out is also a Hellion. I'm not sure if that's a mistake or deliberate. There's 2 factories. He's actually making Hellions. I'm not entirely sure why.
I love how Android floated his command center to his, kind of 3rd. He's mining away with some mules there. Of course, Android has Blubneus has no idea that this is going on. So it might go undetected for a little bit.
Widow Mines are getting a little bit of fire again on the Protoss army.
Yeah, they got some great kills. This one got 4 kills in total. So
Observer is now moving in and making sure that they are removed. So there's
here go Hellions, trying to run around on the map. Okay, lots of damage going down on these units down. Well, I'm not sure if this is a very good move for Android. He loses his Colossus there, loses lots of health on his other units. Retreat, and now here come the Hellions. Okay, there might be a chance yet for the Terran. Go Terran!
And here they go. Photon Overcharge is available if he uses it, but first probes are being barbecued. Here comes Photon Overcharge. The Hellions are going to get taken out. Stalker Warp in. Also, the Hellions were not really microed, so they were attacking the Nexus because it was the only attacking units. Looking at the work count right now, it's evening up somewhat, 43 against 35, but most of the workers for Android are in his main. Actually, a lot of them are stuck at the front on repair duty while there's nothing to repair. He does have this hidden base down south, but he's not really having that many units there. He has a medevac, so I would like to see him just lift 8 SCVs and move them down.
Alright, has it been spotted? It looks like it's been spotted because Blubneus goes straight for it, but... Okay, yeah, already lifted. Runaway. Will it get out though? There are many stalkers who can shoot up, so...
He's trying to repair it with all the units that he has available there. I think he should be able to get it out. Colossus is getting sniped again by the Vikings. That's a nice change. And actually Android is using this opportunity to move down the ramp. His orbital is landing. He's moving his tanks a bit forward. Hellions are moving out. He's really going for a mech style, which is, considering the position he's in, is tricky to pull off, because mech gets strong when you get large armies, and with just a handful of units that he has, it might be tricky. These tanks are very exposed the way they are now. There's just 6 Hellions to buffer for them, and then that's it.
Yep. Alright, now, okay, but I must say, Android is sticking in here. He's definitely not thinking about giving up.
Yeah, he is playing for his tournament life, and if you can, of course, mech units are quite powerful. So if you can get a good defensive position, and even with a supply deficit, you should be able to hold on for a while. What I would like to see is for him to just make maybe some bunkers or some supply depots in front of the tanks to at least buffer the zealots a bit, so that they cannot immediately charge into the tanks.
See a few tanks moving out by themselves. I'm not sure if this is a very bright idea.
They're just going to get the pylon, but it's a little bit risky. In the meantime, 2 Hellions are running around the map to the third of the Protoss player, but the army for the Protoss is there, so they won't be able to do anything other than die horribly. There's no upgrades yet for the Terran player. Blubneus has 1 armor and is getting his 2nd armor upgrade. The armory for Android is only just being constructed, so he does need the armory to transform his Hellions into Hellbats, which could be a little bit more useful in straight-up fights.
Yeah, unfortunately, Blubneus is not mining gas from his 3rd.
Drop in a natural 4 Hellions, in the main, sorry.
There we go.
They're coming in now. They're going to get a few probe kills. Probes lining up nicely. Will be able to get advantage.
Wow, that shot did a lot of damage.
Nice warping with the Zealots, blocking the path of the Hellions. The Hellions are still moving around. I'm not entirely sure what they want to get done. Maybe just some scouting. They're just going to run into the natural, but the army is getting back there now, and I think they only got 1 extra probe there.
Yeah. Alright, but all this commotion allows Android to take his own 3rd once again. Pretty cool, if I have to say. A couple of mules there. Mining going on. Android is still very much behind, but well, okay, and here comes a very big push. That's going to be hard to hold, because now he's got a very spread out line that he has to defend, so a couple of tanks stationary at the natural will do wonders for the natural, but then there's the 3rd to consider as well. Okay, okay, Hellions versus...
they're click to attack the pylon, so they take a lot of damage. They could have done much more to these Zealots, especially with the blue flame upgrade. If you look at just how quickly these Zealots die when they're being focused.
Alright, now of course Android knows that a push is coming, and he is preventively retreating his 3rd. Very wise decision, if you ask me. And okay, destructible rocks going down. This means that the Blubneus has 1 extra avenue of attack, and I think he's gonna take it. No, his army is very, very large. I think that
there's 5 Immortals as well. And, the Zealots have charged, so you can just shift right click the Immortals on the tanks while the Zealots charge into to soak up all the shots. There's almost no Hellbats there for for Android. So if it comes to a confrontation right now, I think Android is in a lot of trouble.
Yep. But I think Blubneus is kind of, I mean, it's his tournament life as well, right? So I think he's kind of apprehensive, thinking, well, those are a lot of tanks, maybe I could wait a little bit more, maybe I could take my 4th, that's what he's doing, and make sure that I've got the victory. Be 100% sure that when I go in, I win, and not before.
Vikings are poking about, see if they can get some damage in. They almost kill Colossus, but not quite.
Right, looking at the production tab, that's a telling sign of what's going on in this game. Lots of production for the Protoss. Actually, a push now. Okay, lots of tank shots going off. I'm not sure if this was the best wave engagement. These Immortals at the front. Oh, Android going.
It's just enough.
Oh my god.
So imba, Android says, and GG's. And Blubneus is going to the finals. And that means we have a PvP finals coming up.
Yep, PvP finals coming.